It's time for Q&A Sunday. Welcome back. It's Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for Q&A Sunday, where you ask the questions and I give the answers. Let's get started. Our first question comes from John Nelson. He asks, what is your favorite video game or video game series? Why is it your favorite, and will we ever see videos of it if we haven't already? Well, my favorite video game series goes back to the original Xbox. When Xbox Live first became public, I was actually fortunate enough to be able to beta test Xbox Live. But the day it went public and on the market for everybody to become members of, Ghost Recon also released that same day. That is probably my favorite game and series, along with the Rainbow Six from the earlier days. Ghost Recon, and then after that came Island Thunder. Those first two Ghost Recons are my favorite, and then the first couple Rainbow Sixes are also right there alongside it. The reason these are my favorite is because Ghost Recon was a very tactical shooter, in my opinion. It was a slow paced, it's not very run and gun arcadey like Call of Duty, which I consider Call of Duty to be an arcadey kind of shooter where it's just fast paced, run around, shoot people. Ghost Recon is a game that I actually competed in and played in tournaments with my team, and it was a slow moving, plan out your attack kind of game, and that's why I enjoyed it. Same with Rainbow Six. Tactical strategy involved. We also competed in that, and we did very well in both of those games. Won a few championships here and there. So that's my favorite game series. I wish they would bring those games back. It would be awesome if Ubisoft did like a remaster of the first couple Ghost Recons and the first couple Rainbow Sixes. I would buy those in a heartbeat. Second question is from Marco. He asks, what made me want to do YouTube and what keeps me going? I actually started YouTube years ago. It wasn't very serious. I don't have too many videos on that channel. I think I've got like 102 subscribers on that channel as well. But on my original channel, just to start out messing around with YouTube, I was doing like product reviews on stuff that I had purchased myself, talk about it, let people know if I think it was worth the purchase or not. Then I ended up getting a GoPro camera, and I started messing around with the GoPro camera and just trying to do video editing to see how well I could do. And that's kind of what I guess put me in the direction of YouTube. I like the process of actually making videos and then editing them, putting them together in a final work of art, and then putting it out on YouTube for other people to see and seeing if people like it. And that's what keeps me going, is making videos and then getting feedback from you guys saying that you enjoyed the video, this video was really helpful, etc., etc. So going back to that, I just recently kind of made YouTube more of a thing with the release of Nintendo Switch. I finally got a computer that was able to capture video game footage and actually edit very well. My old computer was a pain in the neck to try to do edits on because it wasn't really up to spec in order to do that. And I also wasn't able to do video game footage on my old computer. So I got my new computer in December, put a capture card in there, all the bells and whistles, so that I can do video game videos for YouTube and for you guys. Darren asks, what would I do if I didn't start YouTube? With that question, I'm assuming you may think that YouTube is my job, which it is not. I make very little, you might as well say nothing, from YouTube. My channel is nowhere near big enough that make any kind of ad revenue, which is the main way you make money on YouTube, is through ad revenue. Yeah, I'm nowhere near it, almost at 600 subscribers, which the subscribers really doesn't have an influence on the money you make on YouTube. It's the views. It's how much your videos are being watched and how long people are actually watching your videos. If they're watching the full video or just watching a little bit of it and then skipping on to somebody else's video. So YouTube is not my job. I do YouTube as a hobby, and I have other jobs that I do that actually try to bring in money to pay the bills to keep on surviving in this world. Hopefully, one day I can make it to where YouTube and streaming could be my job, but right now we are nowhere near that. But we're going to keep pushing forward to see what we can happen. I mean, we've only been really active for the past couple months, and I think the channel is doing great for that, considering we started when the Switch came out back in March. So we're just a little over 2 months, almost at 600 subscribers. So I feel like I'm doing something good, that people are subscribing and coming to my live stream. So we'll see where it goes from there. Now we'll jump back to some questions that I left out of episode 1 from the people that were asking questions back then. One is from Charlie. Have I ever been in a car accident? I've been in several car accidents. A couple were my fault as an early driver, and a couple of them where I've been in a car with someone else where we were hit by somebody. Just to say, when I turned 16, I got my license, and a couple months later, I ran into a telephone pole. And this just goes to show you guys that things in a car can happen in a split second. I was in a neighborhood with some friends. We were getting ready to go somewhere, and we were coming around like a bend turn in my friend's neighborhood, and I had my wallet stuck in my sun visor. And as I was making that turn, my wallet fell out of that visor and landed in my lap and then fell on the floor. And all I did was reach down, took my eyes off the road for like a split second, reached down to grab my wallet, and that's all it took for me to go off the road and hit the telephone pole. That just goes to show you guys, things can happen very quickly when you're driving. Be careful out there on the road. Remember, especially, this was before cell phones were popular. Now, with cell phones, put the cell phone down when you're driving. If you got to make a call or you got to text someone or someone calls you and you got to take it, pull over off the road, put the car in park, handle it then. There's a time and a place for it, but be careful out there on the road. And let's see, what else do we have here? Life asks, what is my favorite movie? I don't really have a favorite movie. I have a couple that I would have to use to answer this question. One of my favorite movies is a movie called Rad. It's from like back in the 80s. It's a movie about BMX biking. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I used to watch it all the time, and as soon as I get done watching it, I'd jump on my bike, go outside, build the ramp with the friends, and we'd start ramping our bikes, doing all that kind of stuff. Other than that, I'm big into Star Wars. I have all the movies. I've watched them several times over, especially the very first 3 that came out years ago. Those are my favorite 3. The ones that have been coming out since then have been okay. But yeah, I'm just a big fan of the old ones. I like the old characters. Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, Princess Leia. It was good to see them come back in the newer ones that are coming out now, but it's hard for me to just like grab onto them new ones because I'm so enriched from back in the day with the old characters. But I'm very well looking forward to the one coming out this year, The Last Jedi. I think this one is going to be really good. But other than that, I'm interested to see what Disney does with the Star Wars series, putting out a movie every year, if it's going to be too much and kill off the Star Wars series, or if they're actually going to do something with it. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. And let's see. Along going with that, Life also asked, who is my favorite actor? This has kind of changed throughout the years. Back in the day, I liked Al Pacino a lot, but as he is not in as many movies anymore, Mark Wahlberg has become a favorite of mine. I've seen a lot of his movies. I just like the guy on and off the camera. I've watched a lot of his show on TV called The Wahlburgers. If you've watched that, it's about him and his brothers and this hamburger franchise that they started. And I just think he's an interesting guy. I like his work. I like what he does on and off the camera. Charlie asked me what is my favorite color? If you ask this question in the stream, I'm pretty sure a bunch of the people that come to my streams could answer this for me. My favorite color is orange. For some reason, I just gravitate towards the brighter colors. They just grab your eye, and orange has just always been a color that sticks with me. You know, I've got orange gym shoes, tons of orange shirts, just orange everywhere. That's definitely my favorite color if I had to pick one. And let's see, we'll end it with this final question from Charlie is, are you an early bird or a night owl? I would have to say both. It kind of depends on the situation. I feel like I do a lot of my better work or videos or get stuff accomplished, or my brain is more in focused at night. So I would say night owl at that point. And in my house, I keep it pretty dark for some reason. I just like the darkness. You know, I play games in the dark. I'm sure a lot of people play games in the dark, but for some reason I just like the dark more than the light. But if I have something to do, let's say I have something that I need to get done tomorrow, I am more likely to get up early and get it done and out of the way so that I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. So I'm kind of both. It just depends on what we're actually talking about doing here in the context. That's going to do it, guys, for episode 2 of Q&A Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to smash that thumbs up down below. Drop some comments below if you want me to answer one of your questions in an upcoming episode of Q&A Sunday. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Check out some of my videos by you subscribing, hitting that little bell. You get notified when my videos go live, and also when I'm live streaming, so that you can come in, hang out, enjoy one of the live streams. And if you have one of the games we're playing on the live stream, you're welcome to join in and play with me live on the stream. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Peace and chicken grease. I'll see you guys next time. As always, thanks for watching, guys. You guys are the ones that drive me to keep making these videos. The Teez Monkey loves you all.